PMDD and women's mental health, because I feel like it's not talked about enough or a lot like in our world, and there's not a lot of research or things known about it. For anybody that doesn't know what PMDD is, PMDD is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. I was diagnosed with it about 2 years ago, and I honestly learned about it like hearing from other people, like when I described my symptoms of how I'd feel during my menstrual cycle, like hearing from other people, did you get diagnosed with that? Like look into that and ways to help with that. And I basically, it's a very debilitating thing. It's when you get really severe symptoms before your menstrual cycle. Like it honestly got worse after me having my daughter, like after having a baby. But I always remember like the very first time at a young age when I got my menstrual cycle, just feeling really different. Like that's what brought on the high anxiety, overthinking, and even women that don't necessarily have premenstrual dysphoric disorder, it can still be really bad during the menstrual cycle. Like I always know when mine's coming because that's when I start complaining a lot. Breast hurting and tenderness can be a symptom of it, and I always know when it's coming because I get it. Paranoia, I was very resistant to medication, but I am on a medication now to like help with that, with the paranoia part, because that part can be scary. But it's just really debilitating. Like and some months you're great, and then other months it attacks worse. And like there was months where I was like thriving and having fine periods, and I was like, oh, maybe I don't have it. Maybe it's gone. Maybe it doesn't exist anymore. And then a bad month, comes up. It can be really debilitating, and I know it's probably hard for like a lot of men to understand because they're like, it almost makes you feel like, I'll speak for myself, like kind of crazy, like a psycho. I'm like, I hate the way my period makes me. I'm emotional. I'm crying, and I don't know why. Just tears coming out, and it's really embarrassing, and it's hard when you're working because I'm like, I can't act like this at work, but I'm human. I can't control it. It's a disorder that I have to live with, and I didn't ask for it, but there is things that you can do to help with it, like even certain foods you can eat. And I'm not that disciplined yet, and I should be doing more things to help control it better. But like eating healthier, diet, even exercising. Like when I'm on my menstrual cycle, I don't feel like doing anything besides laying in bed. And yes, self-care is good too, like laying in bed, hot compress, hot bath, but also you have to push yourself to do things like going to the gym. Like I hate doing it, but it actually helps me feel better. Like doing some exercise when I'm on my menstrual cycle, it makes my mood, it helps your mood and just shifts it so much better. And trying to work on not binge eating, because that's when I want to binge eat the most, is during my period. Because it's like comfort, right? Especially chocolate. It makes me feel so good. Like that comfort food makes it feel so good. And it's okay to indulge a little bit as long as you're not overdoing it. So that's something I'm trying to work on, like overeating. But to any girls out there suffering with it, like, please know you're not alone. Like, I'm embarrassed about it. It's hard to talk about because I just feel like sometimes people think it's just like a made up thing. Like, oh, like all women get their period, but like, no, like all of our bodies and brains are wired differently. Like for some women, it is a lot worse than others. And, that's when we have to like use our coping skills and things to like help through when we're having, like a really rough menstrual cycle. Or I'm sure there's even support groups. I haven't looked into it yet, but like support groups out there for women who do experience and deal with that. And that is something I want to look into. Right now I've been going to like a trauma therapy support group, but I would like to look into something for PMDD as well, because it can be really debilitating. Like I dread getting my menstrual cycle every month because I never know how my emotions are going to be. Like I hate the high anxiety and just overthinking and overanalyzing, but I tend to get like that anyway when I don't get enough good sleep. Like I didn't get the best sleep last night, so today I did notice a lot of overthinking, and it's not even due for my menstrual cycle soon. So that's just something we naturally can do as like humans regularly, but I just noticed it's like times 1,000 when I'm on my menstrual cycle. Like I always regularly have like anxiety and overthinking, but it's way worse during the menstrual cycle. So I have to like when I feel myself wanting to complain about things and this and that, I have to like catch myself and just try to keep my mouth shut. Or even just like when it is a really bad like menstrual cycle month, like learning to like keep to myself, like go to my room, after like doing the things I need to do to help myself, like working out, wherever it is, take a hot bath and just go to my room, watch something, relax, and be to myself, or read. I don't like being around people when I'm negative like that. Like I'd rather just stay to myself, and it makes things a lot easier. So that's something I'm trying to work on doing now, is just when I'm feeling like that, be to myself, and that it's okay to do that and take time to yourself. Uh, it's not isolating if you're just taking some time to yourself, for a day or two when it's a really bad month. But yeah, it can be, there's so many, everybody's different, but there's so many symptoms, and don't think you're crazy if you experience something like that. Like me, I am such like a not confrontational person. Like I'm more of like a people pleaser. I just want everybody to be happy. But during that menstrual cycle month, like that's when I can feel the aggression coming out. I can feel myself getting angry. I want to lash out at people, especially the ones closest to me, which I hate that I'm like that, or that it gets like that. But that's how real it is for me. It just makes me kind of, it's almost like being bipolar on your period. Like you're like a totally different person, and that's kind of what I feel like and what I experience. And I'm always so scared that I'm gonna like lose the ones closest to me, because I'm like that, because they're like, they shouldn't have to deal with it or want to deal with it. But if people leave your, like, is not like, that's why I try to be fully honest with everybody in my life and let them know this is something I have, and I'm sorry like if I act differently, during my cycle. It's just something that happens, that I experience, and it's out of my control. So, yeah, just like talking to your loved ones about it, like, this is a diagnosis I have, or with, for them to do some research on it, to learn about it, so they know like kind of what they're dealing with. Like that's always helpful too. I don't know if everybody in my life has taken the time to do that. But it is like, it is something, if you have somebody in your life who's experiencing that, it is good to get like research and knowledge on it, so you know how to handle being around it too. That's why I'm really trying to work on finding ways to navigate when it's a bad episode month, PMDD episode month, because like I said, it's not every single month. I'm just trying to work on like how to navigate my emotions better. I've been doing a lot of praying about it too. And yeah, like I said, that's why sometimes it's easier, if I notice it's really bad month, to just stay to myself for a couple days until I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Because sometimes like it can start the week, for me it's like a couple days before my period, sometimes even the week before. And then usually once you get it, you do kind of feel like some kind of relief, but like I still have like the high anxiety for like the first couple days of my menstrual cycle. So it starts like a few days to a week before, and then like the first 2 to 3 days of the menstrual cycle. But I even still feel like lingering effects sometimes, like when it's ending. I just feel like it kind of feels like my hormones are like a little out of whack. But I even had like some hormone testing done recently, and everything came out perfect. So I don't know. It's confusing, like I said. And it sucks when like the doctors just try to throw birth control. Like I don't want to be on birth control. So that's why I've been trying to look into a lot of other resources and natural things to do to help with that. I take these vitamins that I got online. They're called, my best friend Vanessa told me about, they're called, sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Like I said, I didn't get the best sleep last night, but I wanted to make sure I still recorded and got something out here, because this podcast is really important to me and something I don't want to give up with. But, beef liver organ pills, and they have one specifically for females. I take 2 a day. I do feel like they help the most in the beginning. Now I feel like I kind of built up immunity to them, so I may like have to stop taking them for a little bit and then start back up, but I love them so much I don't want to stop. That may be something I have to do, so my body can not build up an immunity to it. But that's really helpful. There's so many natural like vitamins and stuff out there. that, can help. Just do your research, and, there is some things you can try and do. I've tried a lot of different things. Um, just anything to help with that. And, yeah, and any women out there struggling that has it, I feel for you. I know how rough it is, but, that's why we got to talk about these things together as women, so we can push through these things together, because it's not easy. And like I said, even if you don't have deep PMDD, like, you could still have really severe symptoms before your menstrual cycle. Like, I know any girl out there listening knows, like, nobody enjoys getting their period every month. If it was enjoyable, we wouldn't all be complaining and dreading it so much. And, yeah, so I just wanted to, like, talk about that a little bit, and, just let anybody out there struggling know, like, reach out to me, reach out to support, reach out to other women that you know that have it, or look for some support groups, because you're not alone. You are not alone, and it sucks, but it's something we have to deal with and experience. And just know, when you're feeling that craziness, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've even got suicidal thoughts, like, before menstrual cycle, and having no idea why. Because, like, I have a great life, everything's great and good, but this is something real I'm experiencing. This is something hormonal I'm going through. And I just always try to remember, this is just right now. This is not gonna last forever. Like, I've even landed myself in mental health crisis, before, like, during my cycle, like when it first started, because of how bad the thoughts were during that time. So just know, this is, reach out to help when you're feeling that way, or talk to a family, friend, a loved one. Like, reach out to any support you can, and know that you're not alone. That's what I did. Like I said, I do hate the anxiety and overthinking, but I'm just glad, at least, like, there hasn't been any paranoia recently, because that was the scary one. And that's something I would experience before my menstrual cycle. That's why I finally gave in and decided to try, like, a low dose, of a medication, like, in the liquid form. Because I'm like, all right, I have to reach out and ask for help, because this is something really debilitating. And I don't want to keep putting my loved ones through the emotions of what I'm going through when I'm doing this too, because it's scary and I don't know what's happening. And I pray to God, but, like, I also lean on family a little too much too during that time, because I don't know what else to do. And friends, I try to, like, avoid, because I don't want to bother them with my problems and my stress, and I don't want to be around them when I'm negative like that. But I don't want to put that on my family either. So that is why I'm doing everything in my power to figure out how to navigate and use my coping skills and pray when I'm feeling like that. And, yeah, like, lean on to support, but, like, also know how to navigate through those emotions myself as well. But anyway, we will definitely do another episode on this. There's so much more we can talk about with PMDD and explore, but I just wanted to let, like, the women out there listening, like, you're not alone. And the men listening, please be patient with us, because when you have something like that, it's really, really debilitating, and it's really, really hard sometimes to control your emotions during that time. So just try to be understanding to the women out there dealing with it, and know that we are trying. Like I said, there's not a lot of, like, stuff out there, um, or a lot of known facts about the menstrual cycle and stuff like that, and, like, things to help. It's just really, like, birth control, therapy, and take some ibuprofen or something, So try to be understanding when we're going through that. Sometimes, like, it's some months are way harder than others to control the emotions during that time. And sorry in advance. Thank you for all my supporters out there listening. Love you all.